Welcome to the Pipeline Execution 14.2 Kickoff. My name is Jackie Porter, Acting Product Manager for the PE group here at GitLab. As a reminder, this group is responsible for all of GitLab CI, which is pipeline processing and pipeline experience, as well as the category of merge trains. I'm joined here by the PE product designer, Vitika, and in 14.2, we're exclusively focused on helping our users understand CI minutes user, as well as removing some of the pain points around pipelines, merge trains, and .com availability. Vitika will dive into some of the priorities on her plate for the usability of merge trains and pipelines. Vitika, let's take it away.
Yeah, sure, Jackie. And first of all, thank you so much for highlighting the theme for the milestone. Some of the issues that I'll be focusing on this milestone are the following. This is the first one, which says show pipeline ID in pipelines page. So users want to embed the build number in Windows resource files, specifically the file version field, and this can take only 16-bit integers. And in many cases, the ID for the pipelines, it has already exceeded 16-bit, and thus it kind of breaks the window versioning schema. So we don't expose the IID anywhere in the UI today. And to kind of deal with this problem, one of the proposed solution is that we would be doing that, especially on the pipeline index page. And we'll be exploring solutions in this issue. Yeah.
And as a background, the IID is an internal tracker for pipelines. It's an internal little identifier. So it's an integer-based number. I found that out after researching what an IID was. I was like, what is that? Okay, well, go on, Vitika.
All right, thanks, Jackie. The next one, the next issue says use danger for merge button if pipeline has been skipped. So when using CI skip, users are not made aware of the status of the most recent pipeline run that was not skipped. And this could lead to a merge conflict very easily. So a solution we're exploring is to check the status of the last non-skip pipeline and change the button state to communicate it. Just to give an example, let's say the last non-skip pipeline failed, then probably the treatment or the variant that we'd be looking at for the merge button could be danger or warning. Yeah. And the third one, which is the last one, it says triggered pipeline display incorrectly. So today we display the triggered badge for a job based on trigger request. And this is irrespective of whether the trigger is an API or something else. So in the documentation, we mentioned that the jobs triggered by API would have a badge that says by API. But in reality, the label that we use, the badge that we use is triggered. So this is something that we're going to fix on this issue.
And that's all. Thanks so much for that, Vitika. This is such a wide array of usability issues that I know our users are going to be really pleased with. As mentioned, 14.2 is really about building an experience around managing CI minutes and helping them understand their consumption. And in 14.2, we have a couple of back-end issues and front-end issues to help build these two charts. One of them is the CI minutes usage by months and CI minutes usage by product. So I'm really excited to help our users understand their consumption, because current state is just this kind of burn down of this bar of how their minutes are today. So really excited about this view that we're enabling users. Not sure if you want to add anything else, Vitika, to this.
I think you covered everything. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I was just listening to you and you kind of covered everything. Yeah.
Okay, good. And for context, our view will be added in the CI/CD analytics page.
Yeah.
Another priority that will help underpin understanding across GitLab as well as external is around CI minutes consumption quotas, and it'll be an architecture blueprint or just a documentation. The team will kind of determine what view this will take precedence when they start creating it. The architecture blueprint process is an internal process where there's GRIs assigned from all parts of the organization, and they document the technical and product underpinnings of that functionality. It's a mechanism that helps us really understand how the technology works. Last piece is Vitika's working on a really cool CI permissions functionality that will cut across many areas in GitLab. And I'm really excited about the outputs of this CI permissions work. So Vitika, I'll let you talk about that.
Sure. So lately there has been kind of an increased number of instances of running into permission related confusions. And it's very obvious because the scale of our product, it has been expanding ever since. So to tackle this problem of having the permissions related logic distributed across codes, we are performing a permissions audit for GitLab CI and document the expected behavior all in one place. And yeah, like you said, Jackie, I'm also very excited about this activity, and this will help us like keep our vision very clear and kind of deal with so many usability issues by itself. Yeah.
This is really going to be a big impact for our stage. So thank you, Vitika, for having the forethought to think about prioritizing this with me. This is going to be such a high impact for our group. So thank you. In our planning issue, we have other stretch things to consider. One of them is this time decay blueprint that we're thinking about delivering also in 14.2. So something to consider whenever you look at our issue. And then also iterative issues are another top theme that we're always trying to bring down in pipeline execution. So if you take a look at our pipeline execution planning issue and you see other top priority issues, these are things that we're always trying to deliver in our group as well. Well, we're super excited for 14.2. I really am convinced that this is probably actually going to be the best release ever. Thanks, Vitika, for kicking this one off with me.
Yeah, thanks, Jackie.